Hey everyone, I kind of think I made a mistake. I purchased a high variegation plus Monstera node. Some people would call this a wet stick. It's really just an unrooted node. I'm actually kind of pretty concerned by the amount of white that is in this node. You can see it goes from a little bit of green striping here on the back side, pretty white, less striping, to pretty white on this little limb here. And I'm just not sure exactly where the growth point would be because there is some green in there. So the green area of the plant has the chlorophyll. You need that to produce energy. All white leaves, all white plants, they're just gonna brown off and die. Also, like the aerial root, not sure if it rotted in the past. It's almost not there. It's super tiny. It's not looking promising. This end I clipped today. It was pretty soft. This end looks pretty good and calloused over, but this right here I'm not too thrilled about either. That's pretty soft, black. So I'm just gonna give that a snip real quick. Now guys, nothing I'm doing I would ever suggest you try yourself. There's no necessarily real method to the madness of what I'm doing here. Just kind of took bits and pieces of the internet, what I think is gonna work. So a little bit of 3% hydrogen peroxide with some water here. Gonna dip that in there. And then you can see I have the candle going, the tea light candle, so I hope to kind of seal some of that off with some candle wax there. Just to try and kill some of the germs. Honestly, I'm not about sterilizing everything. This is more work than I would even want to be doing. You know, plants are dirty, so if they can't handle just a normal clean environment, then they're not really for me. This is already a lot of work. Let's see what happens. Trying to seal that off. This part that I just did, that'll be a little more awkward. And almost pushing it in there and scooping it up. This part will be easier. Alright, so this is it sealed. I have a little terracotta container here and my spag moss soaking in water. Way too much water. So I'm definitely going to have to wring this out pretty good. You guys, I learned my lesson too about using this spag moss outside. Definitely don't leave it on top and exposed. The birds just come by and steal it. It's probably perfect nesting material for them. They just love it. So I've lost all of it that I had outside. I hope they're enjoying it. Super comfy nest for them. I did choose terracotta thinking that it will wick some of the moisture away. And I have a pretty tall kind of greenhouse environment that I'm going to put this in. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully, I mean the goal is obviously for some condensation on the sides, to have some humidity there. I'm just going to watch if it's not humid enough or I don't notice a lot of condensation, and I have that tall little shot glass, I'll fill that up with water and just put it on the inside. So from what I understand, I'm just going to put the aerial root down, just kind of touching a little bit. Oh look, the ceiling cap came off that I tried to do. Alright, well this part will be exposed to the air. Fingers crossed. Just gonna fluff it up a little bit for some airflow. Again, I've never done this before, guys, so I'm sure you can think of a different way, better way. I'm just giving it a shot. I really honestly don't have high expectations after seeing some of the softness of the node, the almost non-existent You almost want to cut that at soft. Almost non-existent aerial root here. Just gonna dip that back in. Give a little shake. Peroxide is like a really good debridement, but it's not good for long term. Oh yeah, that did. Maybe that didn't bubble. I don't know. Because it can kill healthy tissue as well. That's just loosely on top there, and I'm gonna call it good. See what happens. Hopefully I don't have to touch this, and I can just add water if needed into the shot glass of the greenhouse, and I'll show you guys like the whole finished setup in just a second here. Alright, well here it is in its final location right now. It's in its little greenhouse, and you see the terracotta is a little wet at the bottom. I had tried to put the shot glass in there with some water, thinking that the volume that this greenhouse little tower is, like, could definitely sustain a little extra water for humidity, but I spilled it. So all that water is in there. I'm just gonna give it a day and see how misty and how much condensation there is. You see that's just like water droplets from me messing around with it. So fingers crossed. I personally don't have a lot of hope for success with this, to be honest. I will be happy if it does succeed, and we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted.